This is the job I wanted to do.
We are out here to draw the attention of government across all levels of the primary responsibility of any government to protect and ensure the security of well-being of the citizenry. We cry out, we speak out, and we demand a reversal in the rising wave of insecurity in the country. We demand for justice for Nigerian workers whose losses and dislocation cannot be measurable. We demand for a change in the ugly narrative.
The governor asked me to inform you that he will not betray the NLC. He will ensure he continues to work harmoniously with the union. He also wants me to express his appreciation of the peaceful protest this morning, which is across the nation. We appreciate the deep knowledge of information contained addressing security in the nation, and particularly Kogi State. According to him, we will not relent in our effort. We are investing heavily on human intelligence in the 239 wards in Kogi State. And that is why you are seeing the victory being recorded today in Kogi State. The IG deployed helicopter, I'm sure you will be seeing a lot the helicopter flying here. The helicopter will be back here in days again. We are dealing with them. We are having our structure on ground to ensure that they don't take over our forest. We will push them out. We will also call on the Nigeria Air Force to please help us to come with their technical know, their capital asset, to ensure that we clear them.
Now, the story is not different in Delta State, the south-south part of Nigeria, as members of the Nigerian Labour Congress, in solidarity with their counterparts nationwide, participated in the protest against insecurity in Nigeria. News Central's correspondent, Austin Azu, reports that the exercise, which held in Asaba, the state capital, was peaceful.
In Delta State the NLC in Delta State, in compliance with the national, are on the streets of Asaba protesting against insecurity. And of course, the procession took off from the Labour House, an onward movement through the various roads down to Government House to present their papers before the state governor.
The insecurity in this country is just too much. The most painful part of it was that a general was kidnapped and was killed. The Nigerian government did nothing about it. That's a shame to our country, Nigeria.
Because the insecurity all over is something we cannot take any longer. People no longer go to their farms to produce food for the masses. Children no longer go to school freely. Even we no longer sleep in our homes with our two eyes closed.
At Government House, Asaba, the union's position was presented by the council secretary, Acrobat in Owerri, before the state governor, who was represented by the chief of staff at Government House, Asaba, Johnson Erijo.
We know that Delta State is relatively what? Peaceful. But we cannot say we are accepted. We cannot say we are not being harassed and being kidnapped in our farms. Our future, our children, they can no longer go to school. We want security for our children. We want security in our workplaces. We want security where we are at home.
Responding to their demands, Erijo told the NLC members that their issues would be taken to the governor for consideration and onward transmission to the president to ensure citizens' welfare and security are guaranteed.
So like we have here in Delta State, the government is also working very hard with the federal government to ensure that your lives are secured. All of us. Because if there is no security, if there is no peace, there is no way that we can perform to deliver the dividend of democracy to you people. It is not just sufficient to pay workers. We agreed. To secure you people is the responsibility of government.
The NLC, after submitting their grievance, said they will observe to see how the government will take action to ensure that the welfare and security of Nigerians are safeguarded across the country. In Delta for News Central, Austin Azu.
Now, members of Nigeria Labour Congress in Imo State have joined their counterparts nationwide in a protest against rising insecurity across the country. In Owerri, workers took to the streets, calling on governments at all levels to take urgent steps to protect lives and property. News Central's Alex Ogbonnaya now reports.
It was a peaceful but determined demonstration as members of the Nigeria Labour Congress Imo State chapter marched through major streets of Owerri to protest worsening insecurity. The rally, part of a nationwide labor action, began at the Labour House with workers carrying placards calling for an end to kidnapping and violent crime. The protesters made a brief stop at the Imo State House of Assembly where Labour leaders presented their concerns and urged lawmakers to strengthen oversight on security issues.
An injury to one is an injury to all. We are concerned today there is a state of insecurity. If you are not directly affected, you are indirectly affected. The government will come to the aid of the workers who are suffering day and night to ensure. We can no longer cook, even salary we cannot cook. We can't go to farm, we can't go to school. A lot of things are happening even when people are kidnapped.
From the House of Assembly, the rally moved on to the Imo State Secretariat, where the workers again stressed the need for decisive action to combat kidnapping, banditry, and other criminal activities.
If the federal government can mobilize troops to Benin to fight or secure their country, if the same arm tools is invested in Nigeria, I think against insurgency, I think it will go a long way to calm the system. I can quote, if anybody cannot remember Sani Abacha, if there is any evil pervading the country, if it does not stop within 24 to 48 hours, he said that the hand of government is behind it.
The issue of insecurity is no longer a story or news. That today, that we cannot freely move around our farms on the roads, that it become difficult for workers because we say that workers are the most hit. If you check today, that most schools in the north and around the southern areas have been closed down as a result of insecurity. So I think these issues are becoming so unbearable that the Nigerian Labour Congress resolved that we're going to do a protest in solidarity to show that the masses, that the Nigerian Labour Congress or the workers are most concerned in this insecurity that's coming up and going around in Nigeria.
The Nigerian Labour Congress described the protest as a warning, insisting that failure by authorities to address insecurity could prompt even more decisive actions nationwide. Nigerian workers in Imo State joined their counterparts from across the country to organize a nationwide rally. The workers have spoken, and we hope that those who are supposed to listen and act are listening. In Imo for News Central, I am Alex Ogbonnaya.